And well, all these guys are cool again. I mean, not really again, but cool now. So we have enough to pay a visit to Gonzales.
Can I talk to Gonzales?
Gonzales is very impressed with your deeds. If you ask me, you will go far with the Hashishin if you keep this up.
Thanks. That's what I wanted to hear.
It is best if you go straight to him. He's expecting you.
Well, before we do that, I actually do want to talk to Bandero. Let him know as to the fate of Ramirez.
As if I don't already have enough problems.
I found Ramirez.
Good. Where is he?
He's dead.
Ingal is bound to find that interesting. You'd better tell him yourself. So see to it that Nasib lets you in. Here is the promised reward.
Good.
Kafou's former guards are history.
Good work. I knew you could do it. You also get a fat reward. Gonzales will be proud of us.
Excellent, excellent. Of course, we still have to turn in the gold that we collected to Kafou himself. Ernesto.
Let me pass.
You can go in.
You weren't stopping me in the first place. Ah, Gonzales, I had not pictured you as a pious man.
Someone is attacking our cities.
What?
Once we find the guilty party, we'll make short work of them. Have you come to bring me a present?
No one's attacking
None
your
of
cities.
that. I want to talk to you.
All right. You made it into my presence, so your effort shall be rewarded. Let us talk.
I suspect he might have said that because we wiped out the orcs at Al-Shadim. I'm not really sure, though.
Tell me about the orcs.
They are driven by an iron will that led them all the way here. Pitiful creatures. The orcs have come to the desert, although they cannot bear the climate and the scorching sun. If you ask me, they will all perish in the burning sand of the desert before the next summer. I'm worried about the nomads and their spiritual leaders, the water mages.
What's the problem with the water mages?
The nomads follow them and their false god Adonos. We are enslaving the nomads, and yet their numbers only seem to be increasing. They are pillaging our houses, raiding our caravans, and only have one thing on their minds: to drive our people, the Hashishin, from the desert. If we killed their leaders, the water mages, they wouldn't be half as bold and confident.
I will find and kill all the water mages.
Not really.
That's easier said than done. They are distributed all over the desert. The nomads hide and protect them. Follow the tracks of the nomads in the fields of ruins, and you will find their spiritual leader. Beliar be with you.
How many water mages are here in the desert?
There are 7 of them, as far as I can tell. Saturus is their leader, and the most important of them. One of them is called Vatras. He too plays an important role in their circles. The others are Mixer, Nefarius, Rheodian, Kronos, and Medarion.
Yes, I remember. I met all of them on the island of Corinus.
Well, in that case, I guess you know the best way to do away with them.
We'll see.
I like how my personal ties with all of them are not remotely suspicious to this guy. So, of course, we have that quest to kill all 7 of them. But until we do the Beliar ending, we're not going to take part in that, because that would just be being an asshole.
I'm looking for the keys to the temple.
Interesting. And how can I help you?
Do you know anything about the keys?
Oh, missing
One of the
dialogue.
keys is in my possession.
What do you want for the key?
The orcs want the artifacts of the Ancient Ones. They're leaving no stone unturned in the desert. They would pay any price to get into the deepest sanctuaries of the Ancient Ones.
Therefore, this key is worth a whole lot.
Given current developments, I would relinquish it to you for 10,000 gold coins. That is a steal, in my humble opinion. What do you think?
You could try and kill him for it, but of course that will lead to a revolution in this city. Not something we're really interested in doing at the moment. 10,000 gold is honestly better than I thought he was going to ask for. For some reason I remembered him asking for like 50,000.
Here's the gold. Give me the temple key.
It was a pleasure doing business with you. I hope you'll be smart enough to get your gold back from the orcs.
Oh, we have other intentions, my friends.
What do you want?
And you would be Ningal.
So you rendered Mora Sul a great service. Then you probably also know that the Hashishin Ramirez has disappeared.
He fucking dead, man.
I found Ramirez in the Field of Ruins. He is dead.
That is extremely regrettable. The ruins are very dangerous, but he knew the danger. He could appreciate it. I cannot imagine that he was eaten by sandcrawlers. No. His death is connected to his mission. Here, this is for you.
What was Ramirez's mission?
A shipment of raw ore was stolen from Bensala. Some of it has surfaced at the merchants here in Mora Sul. I put Ramirez on the matter. He was following a clue. He believed he had found the ore thief, and he probably had.
You believe that the ore thief is also the murderer.
I want you to stay on this matter. Find his killer and avenge Ramirez. But be sure that you catch the right one.
Well, it's hard for me to really tell if I caught the right one. But the problem with this is just that you don't really have any clues to finding his murderer, apart from the fact that, you know, he died out in the ruins of Mora Sul. So it would stand to reason that his killer might also be out there somewhere. But it would also make sense for his killer to move on after his cover was kind of blown. But then again, the ruins are quite large.
I know that.
So we'll have to take a look.
What can you do for me?
Because you have proven capable. I will teach you the art.
So he, of course, can teach us ancient magic. Awesome. Do you recognize this note? I see every day dozens of scrolls, books, and notes. Show me. A promissory note. It is not in good shape, but should do the trick. Of course it will do, but who should receive it? What do you mean by who should receive it? It is your promissory note, is it not? It's mine, yes, but sometimes my mind fails me. Not the... yeah. You have to go to Ashnu and Bakaresh. Well, hey, why don't we take care of that right now? Because we can pick up this katana. That seems to be what this note is all about. Never really caught on to what the definition of a promissory note really is. There's a quest surrounding a bunch of promissory notes in Mora Sul as well. Whoa, nice stutter step there. But I have to try and figure out how to get that quest. I think Masil gives it to us after we take care of a bit more. Fortunately, Ashnu is asleep. So are you. Well, Jafar doesn't sleep, so we can take his bed.
Why have you woken
I have
me?
something I think you should take a look at. Lago and katana. Does that mean anything to you? You might say I have certain memories, though it is risky information you demand from me. But I can provide you with 2 pieces of information. Both have the price and the proper charm. How much? Information on Lago and the katana. A few days ago, a band of robbers came close to the mines of Bensala. Caravan was its target. It was interested in a certain type of metal blade, a process in double-folded light steel blade. Every Hashishin's dream, but at the same time a nightmare. And in vast parts of Varan, this blade is worth its weight in gold nuggets. There are people out there who would sell their own mother and more to have this blade. Don't know anyone who is capable of crafting katanas, but I do know someone who might help you. His name is Silvio. He ought to deliver the blade to Lago. I see. Katanas are gorgeous weapons, aren't they? Perhaps I know somebody who could sell you one. You must know I only entrust information to one of ours. First you have to prove whom you serve and who is your god. Ah, okay, so we have to get our... I serve the Hashishin. Alright, well, so we have to... Before he gives us any more information, we need to be on the Hashishin side. So let's keep that in mind when we go for the Beliar ending. Aldo is useless. But he did direct us to Silvio.
I talked to Tisgar.
And?
Yes. He wants us to settle the score with the bandits at the Oasis.
Us?
Nope.
I see. Then arm yourself and let me...
A friend told me something about you. His friends are talking about me, and how much did you pay for the information? Said that you ought to bring an interesting blade to Lago. Can you tell me more about this blade? No, I can't. I don't have time to tell tales. Do something for the city? I've already done much for the city. What else do I have to do? Take off my duties in your stone. You really want to know more? First of all, I congratulate you on your persistent life, since the desert has its ears everywhere. Whatever. Certain blade. Why it should be carried to Lago? Yes, exactly. I want to know how you obtained the promissory note. It was hidden in a crate full of steel blanks. Was the crate not watched? I entrusted the promissory note to a guard's care. Got my hands full protecting the desert merchant Impero. The guard went to Lago. He sent it over prison cell. Obviously, he ran away. That fool, he has no idea what he got his hands on. He could get set for life. Got over some sleepless nights. Many who knew about the blade are dead. If you are really survivalist, you can handle other people's avidity. Go to Bensala, tell Enzo the Smith I sent you to arrange the final stage of the deal. Impero and Enzo want to meet in Lago for that matter. Don't leave the promissory note behind. Make Enzo feel like you are someone special. For God's fucking sake, there's so much to do for this stupid sword. Whatever, let's try and take care of it. Enzo. Promissory note. I like how they read the note backwards. Where did you get the note? Don't tell me you found it by chance. Did find it by chance, and I've crossed half of Varan to return it to you. First that Outguard, the uninformed dark mage. Please swear. You possess something that is obviously not your property. It is apparent you do not know enough about it. Speak the truth and prove you are someone special. I'll complete the deal with you, as it was intended with Impero. Am I worthy of knowing the rest of the deal? You're surely interested, aren't you? You want to tell me something? Dark Desert Merchant Impero lost his head by talking too much. You are here to learn something. Something I can give you and of high value. A katana. The blade was hidden in one of the steel crates. He brought it to me, and I have made it ready. One article of the deal I arranged with Impero. Ningal only had to approve it. How is Ningal involved? He controls the weapons deals in this area. Doesn't care for titles if you pay him well. People are killing for the katana. How did Impero plan to get it out of Bensala? Some older weapons and blades are camouflaged to katana. Here you are. This pack contains whatever you desire. So he handed me a bundle of weapons with the katana hidden within. Let's take a look at it. It is not exactly marvelous, but we can make it better than Wenzel's sword. Not bad, not bad. And, we don't really have any poison on hand. But we can make some. And, then poison it. Which would be wonderful. That'd make a nice, nice replacement for Wenzel's sword. Whoops, I went back to Baccarat. I meant to go to Mora Sul. Now you earned Gonzales' respect, you have to deal with our problems now. Because I like you may face your first assignment. What is it? Watermender Kafu has been moaning and groaning about me. He ate something that didn't agree with him. Check on him and take care of his problem, whatever it might be. Really? Am I supposed to change his diaper or something? For God's sake. People can't even take care of their own digestive problems around here. They need outsiders for it. Do I not have... Yeah, I do have poison. Really? It takes 2 vials for 1 poison? Why, does it dissolve the first one? Oh shit, I did have poison.
No.
Whoops, I poisoned the wrong fucking sword. No, I didn't. This sword was just already poisoned. Alright, katana.
Put down your weapon.
Yeah, beat it.
No. Wow, that is actually a huge sword. So, one of my viewers, can't really remember which one, said that he really liked to use the katana just because it's actually got a huge reach for a one-handed sword. And unfortunately in this game it's really hard to judge the range of weapons because the tracers don't always suit the model, so it'd be hard to really say for sure how much reach it has. Kind of tough to say. It does seem to have a bit more than the Ice Blade does, based on my kind of odd experiment here. Yeah, it definitely does seem like it can go farther, but even so, the tracer still seems shorter than the actual model of the weapon is, so it's not very effective at helping you judge how much reach it really has. Have I exhausted all the conversations here? I mean, I can have him teach me more ancient magic, but I'd rather spare the learning points for now and see if I can buff my ancient magic by other means. Let's talk to Masil and wrap up this quest. That guy's got a lot of money. I wonder why these guys, these generic merchants, have so much money. Where'd you run off, dude?
It's all settled. The fat man is in business again.
See? That wasn't so hard. And you'll get a reward, too.
I should damn well think so.
Here, take this. I wish you success.
That wasn't too helpful. But so be it. Unfortunately, you don't have any more stone tablets. And neither do you. Let's just go talk to... what's his name again? Now that we got rid of Ramirez.
Ramirez is at the excavation.
Good. Now we can get down to business.
What is it?
Well, first we need a bit of gold. And I happen to know how we can get it. I have a magic ore blank. If we sell it, we will get a hefty sum of gold. What do you think?
Now, this is something I picked up on a while ago, and I'm not sure if many of you would have caught it. But you notice he seemed weird, like his voice got so much more excited at the line, "What do you think?" And there's a reason for that, is because that was copied and pasted from another character. And I'll see if I can go back and find that clip so we can kind of compare them back to back. You realize they took a really weird shortcut with that. It's just kind of funny that they actually, like, they were too lazy to record 4 more words, so they just stole it from somewhere else.
but you will not set foot in the temple unless I permit you to do so.
And what do I have to do for that?
What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? What do you think?
How much are you asking for the ore blank?
Well, you should know that I borrowed gold from a couple of business partners. With the ore, it shouldn't be any problem paying off my 3 promissory notes.
I get the blank, and you get your promissory notes.
A good deal for both of us. What do you say?
Where did you get the magic ore blank?
Get me my promissory notes. Then I will tell you.
I'll take a look into the business with your promissory notes.
Good. Here is the ore blank. I would sell it myself, but... well, if I show up just anywhere with it, I'll get a fraction of its value at most.
I see.
Indeed I do. Now, this whole promissory note quest, if you were so inclined, instead of giving all the notes back to Masil so that he can absolve all his debts, you can instead take them and gift them to Gonzales so that all the money that Masil is supposed to pay back to the different merchants he borrowed from, instead all has to get paid to Gonzales since he now owns the notes.
Where did you get the magic ore blank?
I cannot remember, son of nosiness. I am but a poor blacksmith, and my pockets are empty.
Now, do you remember anything about that ore?
Funny, now that you say it, I do indeed remember. Hassan the Hassitian sold it to me, but he left town a while ago.
Of course he did. So Hassan, at least we have a name, but we don't really have much beyond that.
Give me Masil's promissory note.
All right. Since you insist, I hope you know what you're doing. Don't let Masil get the better of you. Here's the promissory note.
It's all quite a bit of expense, but we will get the fire chalice after all this. So it could be worth it.
I have come about Masil's promissory note.
Just a moment. I need to see where I put it. Ah, yes. It's 2, let's say 3.5. 2,000 gold coins.
You're joking, right?
Or you give me a piece of raw ore.
You know about the ore?
Hey, everybody here knows that Masil has raw ore. And now he sends you to repay his debt. So, you've heard my offer.
Worth it.
Here's the raw ore.
Excellent. And here's the promissory note.
The ore each is worth 250 gold, so I think for doing that instead of 2,000 gold coins is quite a bit worth it. Now, the last holder of the promissory notes, I can't remember who it is. So we'll just have to talk with the guys here. It might be Hamid. Could be Ramon. Ah, it's this guy.
I want Masil's promissory note. How much do you want for it?
I won't take your gold. You'll need it with the others.
And what do you want?
Nothing. At least not yet. I'll come back to that later.
Now that I've never quite understood. I don't remember him ever having a follow-up to that. He implies that he's giving it to you in exchange for a favor later. And I've never seen him try to collect on that favor, but I don't usually come back, too often to try and see what he wants.
Here, take this. You are now out of debt.
Oh, thank you. Now I am finally free of my debts. Now I am free to do business in the city again. Take this as a reward, and good luck with your own business, stranger. Don't let them fleece you. That happens all too easily in the city.
So, where did you get the magic ore blank?
Hassan the Hashishi sold it to me. He was in the city for a while, and he also did business with Ishmael.
Well, that still doesn't tell me where he went.
Give me the fire mage's chalice.
Gladly. Here it is.
Alright, cool. So we got a bit of gold, but not as much as we spent. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome you all back. So, what's the first order of business? First order of business, want to find Yusuf. Actually, first order of business, we should talk to Kafu, since we have neglected to do so thus far. And then we will track down the slave thief Yusuf. Alright, my friend. All losers now from this plague. Did you just say plague? Yes, plague. We're all going to die. No one's doing a thing about it. May just wonder at this disturbed relation of magic. But not at the death that is haunting the streets. Beliar himself could not overlook such spite. Where is the shelter of Beliar? We are his people. We are his servants. And he lets us die for no reason. Chill out now. Why shall the Black Mages in Beliar let you die? Did you speak with the Black Mages? Perhaps they already have a remedy. Mages themselves are infested. They would still achieve nothing at all. Wait and see. I will talk to Ningal. Perhaps he still knows more. Do whatever makes you happy, but do so quickly, then leave Mora Sul. These here are doomed to die.
I did away with the guards.
Excellent, Father of Vigor. Naturally, you have earned a reward. Now, if you bring back my gold as well, you can be sure of my undying gratitude.
Well, what's the gold worth to you now, seeing as you are apparently determined to die?
Here are your 700 gold coins back.
Thank you, Father of Prudence. Take this water and some of my gold as a token of my gratitude. My prayers will go with you on every scorched path that you walk, my friend.
So, we got a modest sum from that. But we got even more from Bandero for the bounty. So, he seems convinced that there's a plague going around. We'll have to investigate that once we come back. But I am set on finding Yusuf in the meantime. So, we are said to go northeast, and I guess it kind of is northeast. Like I said, I kind of get confused with the geography here. I'm convinced, like, my personal sense of direction tells me I'm going west for some reason, but in truth, we are in fact going northeast. It's just weird. I don't know why I keep thinking that. Now, there are, I believe, ogres kind of surrounding this rock here. There's nothing really around it, though. Actually, there might be a King Sorrel. I don't really remember. I was kind of idly running around when I wasn't recording. And, wow, it's doing that lag thing again. And I did find a King Sorrel somewhere. Once again, going right through his crotch. There you have it. Of course, these guys don't really carry much, but as a mage, wine is always essential. Good God. Alright, so nothing of any real interest there. Now, where did I find that King Sorrel? I can't really remember. Got some jackals here. And whoosh. Interesting, that one did not aggro. Alright, simple enough. Anything of interest up here? Why is it skipping so much? Doesn't look like it. And right over here seems to be a shrine of sorts. Oh yeah, this is the King Sorrel. Nice. Nice! And I'm not really sure what this shrine is all about, but there's no real purpose to it. And over here are some interesting fellows. One is a slave named Yusuf. The other one is a paladin named Cruz. That is an awesome name.
Hey, stranger. Have you got water?
Here, have a sip.
Yep, just pour it down your shirt.
Thanks, man. That feels good.
You're welcome.
What are you doing out here? Are you a runaway slave?
No chance of passing for anything else. You won't betray me, will you?
There's bound to be something I can give you. But please let me go.
I've been ordered to kill you.
Oh, hell, take it easy, friend. Please don't do that. I'm sure I can be useful to you.
What can you tell me?
Everyone is after me. I stole the keys to the temple of Mora Sul and sold them to some influential people. But before I could sell the last one, I had to run for it.
What should I do with you now?
Just tell the people in Mora Sul that I got away. Hey, nobody gives a damn about old Yusuf. I'll just
clearly
disappear like water in the sand, and you'll never hear from me again.
I'll think about it.
This poor guy, he is very distressed.
Who in Mora Sul bought the temple keys from you?
I had 4 keys. The mercenary Kirk paid a lot of gold for one of the keys. I sold one to Elia, and the third to the boss of the city, Gonzales.
What do you know?
Of course, I have the other ones.
That means you still have a temple key. Give it to me.
All right. I just hope you'll let me live. I have a hunch what you're planning to do. You want to open the temple. Let me tell you. There's a curse on that temple.
There are?
Old Nasir warned me about it. He said a great disaster would befall us if the temple was opened.
You said you had 4 temple keys.
Yes, but I don't know how many of them. But if
Oops.
it's more than 4, the rest still must be somewhere near the temple of Mora Sul.
I see.
In truth, there are 5. And of course, we know where the last one is. Kalesh, the orc leader himself, has it. And he's not going to do us any harm, so might as well let him go.